Design programs to accelerate learning programs for students. Creating a motivated learner in society. The Great Mentors invites Richa Kumar, Principal, Rahul International School, Boisar. Her mission is to ensure value learning as a way to conduct life so that every learner has wings to scale heights and stay rooted for the realities in life. Laying foundation for school students on ethics, honesty, punctuality, self-discipline and gratitude. She has conducted workshops for parents, students and teachers. She has authored for various education publications. Recently authored a book on parenting, Baba, an epitome of parenting. She has been awarded prestigious awards such as Edustar for innovative practices, STEM learning by THT and Education World. She has been awarded EDU Global 2020 on EDU Global Leaders Forum. She has been awarded for her social initiative on starting NGO Disha Bodh, Night Study Center by HFF.
Design programs to accelerate learning programs for students, creating motivated learners in society. Her mission is to ensure value learning as a way to conduct life. She believes in laying foundation for school students on ethics, honesty, punctuality, self-discipline, and gratitude. She has authored for various educational publications. Recently authored a book on parenting, Baba, an epitome of parenting. She has been awarded so many prestigious awards. Dear audience, let's welcome Ms. Richa Kumar ma'am, Principal, Rahul International School, Boisar. A warm welcome, ma'am. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here and giving us your valuable time. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
First, we would like to know something about your journey as a teacher and now as a principal. In fact, a valuable principal. We have already heard so many things about you. So positive energy. Wherever you be, you spread your positive vibes. A lot of things we have already heard about you. Please tell something about yourself.
Okay, my journey has been a journey of a learner, I always say, and it will continue as a journey of a learner. When I started as a young teacher, it was a teacher who was teaching English, who was teaching personality development, because this was the area where I felt I was able to relate and I was able to do something. My journey here made me think that if I am able to do good to one, why not to more? And that's why from a private institute, I entered into school and then took up the role of academic administrator. My management at that time was very, very kind, where they trusted and they gave me an opportunity to completely take over the pre-primary section. When I took over the pre-primary section, I had a very beautiful team of 82 teachers, and together with the support of all the teachers, we created a school curriculum. When we created a school curriculum, it was a talk of the town. And then other publication houses came to us and they asked us, would you like to do it for us? I talked about this to my management and they said, well, it is your thought, you can take your decision. My team was ready and we designed very beautiful curriculum for Periwinkle publications. Then we did for SAR publications. We're really thankful to them that this opportunity that was given to the teachers was something that today also it is a beautiful stepping stone for them because they all are flourishing somewhere. So then my administrative abilities grew, and from there I became principal and I continue to be a principal. Teaching, learning, training, curriculum development, workshops. These are some of the traits that I have really developed. I have worked hard. And of course, because of the trust that I have got from my teachers, from my parents, from my students, that I've been able to go ahead in life. I really thank every one of them.
It's really appreciable that in earlier stage you achieved so many prestigious things. It's really great, and of course it's a great positive attitude which belongs to you. And in fact, right now that's the going in the same way. In fact, as our information even more than earlier. So school and students, they are really feeling great to having you as a principal their side. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being like this. Ma'am, you more focus on understanding learners. Can you elaborate on this part? What exactly this is? How do you
Yes.
practically use this one?
In a classroom, I would like to really bring a few things to our listeners. In a classroom, you have, of course, your four kinds of learners: the VAKTs, the visuals, the auditory, the kinesthetic, the tactile. That's fine, that we know. And teachers will know them better. But the common person will only see extrovert child and an introvert child. And the response goes accordingly. If the child is extrovert, you tend to respond more, and the child is introvert, the teacher may want to pull that child from the shell. Now, the point here is that an introvert child has so much of energy in himself which he doesn't want to. He wants to utilize it for his thinking. That is the introvert child who's thinking. His space is his thought. Whereas an extrovert child has so much of energy that he wants to just display it. Before the moment you put the question, the answer is out. He doesn't want to raise the hand. He wants to just quickly answer. Now, we as teachers, we need to understand that all learners can learn. But how they will learn is something which is very important, because each child will learn as per his or her learning style. So whenever we talk to our teachers, we always tell them that plan your lesson plans in such a way that all the learners are addressed equally. Because at the end, when you're going into the classroom and you want your outcome, the process should be right. Because when you have introduced, at the end, you have to evaluate not learners, but yourself. Teacher needs to evaluate self at the end, that the questions that you have put out, how many of them were able to answer that? If they have not, that means that kind of learners have not understood it. You have not addressed that kind of learner who wants to learn it. We have that Chinese proverb, right, which says that if you involve me, I will learn better. Don't just show me. Make me do it practically. I will never forget it. So this itself is telling us that children need to be involved. Then they learn things in a better way, not just, coming into the classroom and just communicating something and saying, okay, this is done. Now the question answers completed. This is not going to give the results. The learning gaps will keep on increasing, and we will continuously face the issues that we are currently facing. So the gap, if it has to be addressed, teachers need to focus in this area. That's what I understand, that my learners or our learners need to be addressed in the way that they can learn.
Very right, ma'am. More and more our organs involved in the learning process, more we learn. Right. That's why physical classes and their involvement is very much required, at least at early stage.
I'll just add one very beautiful example, which I'll just share.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
When I was a principal in one of the schools, I was on my round visiting the classrooms. There was one very naughty, happy-going child, always out of the class. And then the moment he used to look at me, he used to say, oh, ma'am will come now, she'll punish me. I used to just go to him, I say, hi, how are you? And he would say, I'm fine. Teacher has made me go out because I was disturbing everyone. I said, let's do something interesting. What is the subject that's going on? Maths, ma'am. I said, okay, let's count the tiles that are there. He started counting the tiles. I said, okay, how many rows are there? He said, 3. He said, if you have so many rows, so many tiles, and you have 3 rows, total how many there will be? Quickly, he was able to do the multiplication and he gave the answer. And he started enjoying this. I said, okay, let's now you start jumping. He started jumping first, second, and then up to 10 he did. I said, stop. Now there are 3 rows and count how many from there, total how many are there. Quickly he was able to. So he started enjoying this kind of activity in the class. I called the teacher to my cabin and I made her sit. I said, let's plan something more for this child so that he doesn't disturb you, but he enjoys your class because you're a beautiful teacher. The way you teach is very beautiful, but somewhere we have to touch his learning so that he enjoys his learning. We planned that we will plan activities in the class whenever which involves him in the classroom more, and we have to make him responsible to make those answers plan activity wise, do the presentation and put it on the board while you're teaching. So since he was involved into that, he stopped disturbing the others and he started enjoying in the class.
This is
Now,
really,
this class was managed. Next came, after a few days again, I was around and he was standing out. He came to me and he said, ma'am, he came and hugged me and he said, ma'am, can you go and teach this English teacher how to make it interesting?
so how you did?
So again, I said, why not? So I went into the class and she was teaching grammar.
Okay.
Okay. I asked all the children, okay, can we have round cuts? All of us will do a cutting. So this was grade, I think it was grade 3. They did cutting and they made small rounds, circles of pages, and they kept on their sheet. I said, now teacher has given you adjectives. Okay. Let us all concentrate on putting all these adjectives that we see around. Whatever objects you're seeing around, let's put an adjective to that. And let's put that on that round sheet that you have. Put the noun, that object that you're seeing in the classroom, and give a beautiful adjective to it. All the students got involved into that and then they did it. I said, see, we have decorated our classroom by writing that my teacher is beautiful, my class board is very decorative, my dustbin is unclean, and whatever the children, whatever they could think, they have started doing. Now all these points were taken and we put it on the wall. I said, see, now every time they look at it, visual learners will learn, the tactile learners have already learned, the kinesthetic by putting it on the walls have learned, so and the auditory have already listened. So you have addressed all the learners and your work is done. They will never forget that what is adjective and how I have learned it.
Really great, ma'am. And this is really the true learning. The more and
So
more
these
is,
are some beautiful things I always talk about and I tell. Another, even when the higher grades, I'll just give you one more example. There was a story that she was teaching. All the children, they were listening, but they were not responding to the story.
okay.
I was taking the lesson plan and I was checking what she was doing in the class. And then I came in the front and I said, okay, you've done a good job. Now, children, can we have your attention and can we change this story? I want everyone to change this entire story. A different happy ending I want, other than what is there in this. And all the children were engrossed into creating something interesting, other than what was taught. Generally what language is what? Developing their ability to express.
Right.
And this changing, this new way of learning was something very interesting for them. That
Really,
I got
really.
to do something of my own. They're owning their learning. The ownership for learning is coming. So this is what I always talk about in understanding learners. Teachers need to understand that if you want response from the children, understand the kind of learning. And as per their learning style, give them the assignment. They will do a wonderful job. And we got it. Many children, those who were not able to express very well, again, what did I tell them? I said, if you're not very comfortable, why don't you draw it? So those children said, ma'am, can we draw it on each page? I said, yes, put the whole story, draw it, color it, whatever you want. And the entire 45 minutes was spent in this beautifully, because the second period, there was a proxy. We were able to utilize it creatively, and all the children got a beautiful learning lesson for themselves. And the teacher also, she also enjoyed the session very much. So this is how I would like to address your question.
This is a really, ma'am, a beautiful way to find out the learners, because every child has different strength. One child cannot learn in the same way what the other child is. Capability of each child is different. So understanding the way you express about understanding the learners, it's a really unique methodology. And if a school teachers, they use this technique, it's going to help children in a lot way. Even that will create a different image for teachers as well.
Absolutely.
This is not the gain of a student only. That's going to create something different image for educators as well. So really, ma'am, it's a really you planned in a different way, because the way you chosen everything in a positive way. In English subjects, whether we are talking, you are talking about English subject or it's mathematics subject, it's really other principals and teachers, they should interact with you in this for all these gain. Definitely they will be benefited by all these. Thank you, ma'am, for such for this kind of grasp of learning you have. Really.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, another thing is, in this time, there are so many challenges, right? Like pre-COVID, you have already seen your children, and now they have, I think they have started coming to the school. So you must be feeling a difference of these children in whatever manner we talk about, like in their psychological difference, their health difference, and there are so many differences they have right now. So can you, what's your observation in this part?
Sir, I'm sorry, your question I couldn't hear at all.
Okay,
Your
okay.
voice is going, huh?
Oh,
I couldn't
okay.
hear you.
Am I audible now?
Put your question.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Your voice is going very less. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know what's happening.
I'm repeating. Pre-COVID situation, when children were coming to the school, and now when a school has been started, and students, they have already started coming to the school, what kind of difference you are observing right now, whether we talk about their psychological change, their health change, their educational gap, and how you are going to tackle all these?
Okay. Yeah, very beautiful question, because I think this is the need of the hour. Many of us are already, started the schools, and we are receiving the students. What we see from the students' point of view also, I'd like to address that. Children are excited. They're very happy that after the closed four walls, they are able to see the light. They're able to interact with people, with friends, with teachers, with staff, some happy moments. These are something that they were looking forward to. Yes, we see this. But more than that, what we are observing which is a point of, let's say, concern for all of us, is that children, when they are uh, responding, they are not responding the way they were responding online, because they had some technological support to them coming. Some technology support was there. Now, what is happening here is that since they were so much into that support, today independent thinking has gone away. Now we are pushing them. We are talking to them. We are making them, understand it. Literally, I can tell you that the topic that I have taught online, when I saw the answers, I was amazed that most of the answers were same and we could analyze why it was the same. When we asked the same question in the classroom, handful of them were able to explain it in their words. Some of them, the rote learners, were able to express. This is the difference that we see. But otherwise, earlier in the classroom, it was not so.
Okay.
This is one major change. So we can say that the learning gaps have increased. Now teachers have to be more proactive when they are teaching in the class, and they have to involve the students into learning.
Okay.
There has to be a lot of active participation by the students, lot of assignment as per the need of the student to be given. Not like everything, 4 questions to all. We can't do that. If we are going to do that, we will never be able to achieve this gap that we have had because of the COVID.
Okay.
Because there were many of those learners who could never even have the electronic gazette for themselves. Probably there were 3 brothers and sisters in the house, and maybe 2 sessions he is attended, the third he is not attended because the other one also needs to attend at least 2. These are practical problems that were there.
Yeah, right.
And that's, I can't blame always that the child is only doing the wrong. There are issues that the child is struggling with. So we always want teachers to be more sensitive to the students' respond. Why is he not responding? Don't shout at them. Try to understand how you could make it more easy for him. Make learning fun. Make learning something that he should aspire for, that he should feel the craving, that I should know it. Ma'am, please explain this part again. Let's live that moment. Suppose parliament, he's not understood what is parliament. Let's do a mock parliament. Let's do it for them. Because this practical learning of even a small topic, which is very prevalent at the moment, all children are talking about it. Simple things like, let's take cybercrime. Children are aware about it. What is it happening?
Right.
How these different kind of games that they get entangled into, and what problems that come into their lives, they are aware. Let's put such issues in front of them. They will learn it so beautifully. And you are doing an integrated learning from them. That
Great.
would be the beauty of the entire thing. That one topic that you're talking about parliament, but along with that, other topics you're integrating, and the child's learning is evolving.
Right.
Because that's what you want. And that's what we need to promote at this moment, especially in this, after this COVID, that we all had the lockdowns and we were not able to, have the practical classrooms. Now is the time for all of us to gear up and do the sessions for the children where this learning gap is addressed carefully and with full conviction that it is reaching them, not just on paper.
Great, ma'am. It's a great initiative, and it needs to be done because this 1.5 year, it has definitely created a big learning gap in the children. Whatever
Yes.
the age be, whatever the class be, it has created. Whether we talk about schools, even in, or we talk about colleges, even we talk about in engineering or medical colleges, everywhere such type of things has been created. So it needs to be carefully dealt with. That's
Absolutely.
needed. And thank you so much. You are taking the things in such a positive way, and you are motivating your teachers in this way, because right now teachers are the main pillar. Right, because they are not going to be taught by parents. They have already fed up with parents round the clock after looking on that and looking on them for 1.5 year regularly. So and now when they are meeting with their teachers, they are more happy now. So they have to play their role in a different way, in a different parental role also they have to play, because
Absolutely.
children have already undergone in so bad time. A lot of
Yes.
children, they have undergone with a trauma, they have lost one or more family members. So of course they are mentally they have in a different mode right now. So of course school teachers, we also request from our side, from the great mentors platform, they should play their encouraging role, their motivational role in whatever manner they can play. And of course if you type of principals are there, of course things would be better. We hope for that, and definitely it would be.
Absolutely.
And ma'am, what my request, not only for your school, whenever you get time, kindly motivate to other school teachers as well. Give your such type of planning to other principals as well. Of course, they will get a lot of insights from you. That needs
Thank
to
you,
be
sir.
done.
In this pre-COVID this time that all of us are going through, uh, Rahul International School is already doing something very beautiful for the mental well-being of students, teachers, as well as parents. We are sharing every week. We are sharing parental workshops, topics like dealing with defiance, how to understand your learners, how to tackle anger issues, teachers how to plan your me time, how to balance your personal and professional life. For students, how to be more empathetic and sympathetic to people around, how to differentiate between what is being assertive and aggressive. These kinds of workshops are very important for children, and we are already doing it. I would request all the other schools also to work on this homeschool community partnership, sir, because this homeschool community partnership is what is going to make schools a place which is going to be very different, because the NEP is already laid the ground for us. Now it is for us to work on it, to have a transparency, to see that it is not just one person who's the commander. It was Today it is a different thing. Today is partnership of parent, teachers, school management, students, staff. Everybody has to come together, and
Right.
then we are able to have the beautiful happy environment, because that's only going to give the road ahead for learning is going to happen if you're happy.
Really, ma'am. Really. And this is very important topic what you talked about, this finding learners. And personally we would request you to write a blog on this topic on our platform, that will be
Sure.
reachable to all the principals and students. It is already being read by a lot of students and parents as well.
I will.
Thank you, ma'am. And how do you see this hybrid educational system in coming future, and of course in long future?
Hybrid model is, I think, tomorrow it is going to be the future, in terms that we have to balance. Because one thing what we have learned from this situation is that resource utilization, saving of time and money is very important if you want something good for yourself. So if we have 9 or 8 periods in a day, and if 4 periods you are giving to your regular classroom teaching, you can think of giving few lectures to sessions which can be, designed in such a way where the learners are able to learn at their own pace, because in that pace they will be more creative, and those learners who are acquiring the skills for their potential learning, because they have the potential, they have the interest, so the skills they are developing in themselves, that will be more productive, is what I see. So in this model, we need to see if we can balance. And for this, first we need to educate the parents and teachers for the benefit of this. Unless we do that, we will not get full support. Because this resource that you're going to save will be of benefit to the students.
Right.
Teacher is going to get time, she is going to give it to the students. Okay.
Right.
That's what we need.
Yes.
This will be also, we'll be able to address, as I said earlier, the gaps that have been created. When you're giving that time to the teachers, she will be able to address those learners in the right way. That's the benefit of the hybrid model that's going to be. I understand we have to have because touch, interaction, participation in an open classroom, in an open environment is important, is very important. But today, with space crunch, resource issues, I think this is what we need to be flexible enough and adapt.
Right, ma'am. Very true. And that is needed. That is need of the hour. And of course, it's going to play a big role in coming future. And of course, not in coming future, even in long future. The technology is going to play it's a big and bigger role. And this time in 21st century, things are being changed in a very different way. What the thing was 5 years back, it's now it has been changed completely. Now, uh, our children, they needs to be prepared, not just they should be prepared to address their problems, right, to address their anxiety. They should not be programmed just for success, because they are having a lot of challenges now and in coming days.
Very right.
So and there was a time when in our generation and before that, when we were taught अच्छे से पढ़ लो, you will get a good job. Now the time has been changed. Now they are being prepared to create a job. So the time has been changed from job seeker to job creator. Now a lot of startups and even in technology, in concepts, a lot of young children, even below the age of 18. Last 2 years back, one of my student, he has written a beautiful book for those students. The topic was learn while you earn while you learn. He has written a book. He was just I think 14 years of the age on that time, and he had written this book. What the concern was, when you are a student, you can also earn. So he has written around 250 pages of book, and his book was very popular. So I have already met with a lot of young children. They are below age of 14 years, and they are creating they have a different type of creating or creativity in themselves. Their thought process, they are more smarter now. So nowadays dealing with these young chaps is that should be in a very different way to was what it was 5 years back or 10 years back.
Yes, yes.
This
Very right.
this
Very
generation.
right. When we know that CBSE is also talking about life skills,
Yes.
right? we all are teaching this in our school for our learners. Okay.
Okay.
Now, suppose a topic called innovation, when you just put that thought to the children, they come up with beautiful, ideas.
Yes, 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 yes.
Because when we are talking to them, we ask them, okay, suppose you have to innovate. How is it that you're going to, think about it? What problems do you see around? What is the solution that you see around? Children, because now they are trained to do it, they know that, okay, so many things we are already seeing. See, availability of resources are there today on various apps, on various kinds of information is available on the Google, and young children are doing amazing things.
Yes, very, very right, very right. They are doing.
Not you don't need a lot of money for that. They know that, okay, I can do it with any kind of resources that is available to them. So optimum utilization of resources is also that they understand.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
this is what we are also trying to imbibe in our children today. It's being
Yes.
taught in the classroom, that now get attuned to it. That if there is something that we have to say, a simple thing, like I'll just share with you. I take sessions of life skills in my higher grades in the college.
Okay.
So I asked them that suppose we have to do an innovation in fitness.
Hmm.
I want innovation in for obesity.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, and I said I want obesity. My problem in the body posture that I see around. Now think and tell me, what solutions are you going to give?
Okay.
And it was a very interesting session where children came up with beautiful ideas, and they said, one of the child said, ma'am, we will create a machine, AI technology we are going to utilize, and whatever food is going to be put in the plate, we are going to put it inside, and it will give us what kind of nutrients are there on the plate, how much grams are there, what and everything will be clear. So the child who's going to eat it will know that, okay, my next, I have already taken so much of carbohydrate in this, so I need to balance it. And I said, will you be able to create this AI machine? He said, I will try. But at least the idea came.
Idea came. That is
At least
important.
the idea came.
That is
Second
important.
was that the children said regarding fitness. I think it was somebody, they have taken it from probably a movie. But I like that somebody was prompt enough to answer that. They said, ma'am, in our school, let's have a lot of cycles, and let's have some important machines that need to be run. Let's put all the cycling energy, in that machine, so the power is conserved and it is utilized later on. So
Great.
teacher can also go there and do a physical exercise, and staff can also go and do, and even students can go. So much of energy we will have. So the idea, the most important thing is that the idea that came up was beautiful, and that's what we want.
Right, right.
Another child said, ma'am, let's have that fitness band is there now. Let's
Mhm.
put an angle kind of thing there. The
Yes.
moment the child is not sitting 90, it will give a beep to him from his fitness bar. It's also interesting. I think these are how innovation, maybe somebody from there will become an entrepreneur by themselves,
Yes, yes, yes,
because
yes.
they have been
Very much
taught, they
possible.
have been
Yes.
given those ideas that this is the way you have to find solution to the problems around.
Right. This
And that's
generation.
what needs to be done. And as
Yes,
you
yes,
said
yes.
earlier, हमें कहा जाता था बस पढ़ो, अच्छे से पढ़ना, अच्छी से नौकरी पाना, नाम करना. हमें सिखाया जाता था कि नाम करना, पैसा कमाने की बात कभी नहीं करते थे. मुझे नहीं याद है कि पिताजी ने कभी कहा कि तुम्हें पैसा कमाना है. हमेशा ये कहा कि नाम कमाना है. करेक्ट.
Correct,
So,
correct. Very true.
अच्छे से पढ़ो और नाम कमाओ. That was what was taught. But
Right.
today's parents will teach children that earn well,
Yes.
learn well, earn well.
Right. And in
Smart
fact,
work. Don't do slogging, do smart work.
do smart work. And nowadays, children are more logical. They don't believe anything without logic. If you, even if you ask them, oh, okay, worship for something, do this ritual. They will ask you, okay, इससे क्या होगा, क्यों करते हैं ऐसा? So they
बिल्कुल,
need,
बिल्कुल,
so
एकदम,
they don't want to go in conventional way. They
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल,
need
एकदम
a
सर,
logic.
ये एक बहुत ही मजेदार चीज है। मैं अगेन एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है जो शेयर करूंगी कि बच्चों ने कहा कि क्यों प्रणाम करना है, व्हाई, ओके। फॉर अ सेकंड इवन आई वाज इनटू इट दैट मैं क्या जवाब दूं। व्हेन आई रिसर्च्ड एंड आई फाउंड, आई गिव दिस नाउ आंसर टू एवरीवन दैट our body, we have our chakras, right? When we are taking the blessings, the positive energy is coming to us and we are covering our head. Why? So the energy is getting back into our body.
Right.
So even in all religious places, anywhere in the world you go, we know that this is the practice that is being followed, not particular Hindu religion. It is all religions. So definitely there is a reason behind that. So when that logic is given to them, they understand and they are ready to follow it.
Whatever the things they are being given, and if they are satisfied, they are ready to follow. They don't have a problem in following the things, but they need logic. The thing
Absolutely.
that's a different change. We used to follow the convention. Okay, ठीक है, मम्मी पापा ने ये बोल दिया है, ऐसा करते हैं तो ऐसा करते हैं. But this generation is not like that. They want, they will follow, but they need logic. Why? What's the reason behind that? Why should I follow? If they are satisfied, they don't have any problem in following that. It's a really, ma'am. Can you give some your important, valuable suggestions for teachers, students, and parents as well?
Okay. I think everyone is smart enough today. But small input which I always would like to give to my teachers is that be honest in your work, be consistent in your work, always be ready to learn, accept your mistakes. It's okay. Anyone who's working hard will make mistakes. It's fine. But be ready to learn, unlearn, and develop yourself. Very important. And for my parents, only one line I want to give everyone: be less reactive and more responsive to children. All your problems will be solved.
Great, great input. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable suggestions and giving us time and your inputs. This is really one of the best talk show I ever have. And I always wish, and we need your blessings for this entire students community, especially because they need you type of mentors in their life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank a lot.